And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all of those records together. They both Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. You know? And then there was a falling out. And that's like it never happened. Whoever talks about best of both worlds, nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about that project.
That swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
So it looks like Jaguar Wright might have bitten off a little more than she could chew, because allegedly, the Hollywood execs are after her, and they are coming for her hard. Jaguar has been on the necks of some of the most powerful people in the industry. She really turned up the heat in the past couple of weeks, and it looks like she is finally facing the consequences. It's not looking good for Jaguar because they are determined to end her. Now, you and I both know that Jaguar has pissed off someone very powerful in the industry. As bad as it sounds, everyone predicted a long time ago that she was going to land in a lot of trouble because she was constantly spilling some seriously spicy tea. Thanks to her, we now know the truth about some of our favorite celebs and what they've been up to behind the scenes, especially when it comes to Diddy and JayZ. She was one of the first people to draw attention to Diddy and all his nasty moves, from being aggressive towards women to using young rappers. She also talked about JayZ's shady associations with some of the creepiest people in the industry. For example, JayZ's first industry bestie, R. Kelly, was exposed as a creep, but Jaguar was the first to reveal that JayZ allegedly knew about R. Kelly's shady side before the rest of us even found out. However, he was more than content to look the other way. R. Kelly even faked legal documents to marry Aaliyah when she was 15 and he was 27, but JayZ didn't call him out or even stop being friends with him. Instead, he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. They both had Aaliyah. They shared so much in common.
Patient. He's not sloppy. This he been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 fucking years. He's fucking worse.
It was at this point that Jaguar came out with the tea on JayZ. She claimed that whatever we thought we knew about Diddy, JayZ was 10 times worse. Jaguar also exposed JayZ for making shady moves in business by selling out Roc-A-Fella records from under his partner Damon Dash. This was because Aaliyah had the hots for Damon and dated him instead of JayZ, who also had eyes for Aaliyah.
Everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. Like, I don't give a fuck if you wanted to get away from your homie, if you wanted to get away from your partner, but to do it the way he did it, it's malicious. But maybe that was because he was fucking the girl that did.
But that's not all. In a recent interview, Jaguar made some shocking allegations, claiming that JayZ allegedly passed around Rihanna from Barbados to the US when she was just a teenager. Now, I don't know how much of this is true, but what I do know is that those are some serious allegations. This adds up with what we know about Rihanna's dealings with JayZ, which have always seemed quite sus. At just 16 years old, Rihanna flew from Barbados to the US to audition for JayZ and L.A. Reid. Her performance was so impressive that L.A. Reid urged JayZ to sign her immediately before any other record labels could. Recognizing her potential, JayZ took her to his office and made her wait until 3:00 a.m. to sign a 6-album deal with Def Jam. For years, this part of the story has been perceived as cute. You know, how JayZ saw so much potential in Rihanna that he spent hours convincing her to sign. However, the reality is far less charming. According to Rihanna, there was no sweet talk. Instead, JayZ allegedly threatened her life if she didn't sign, even saying he would throw her out of the window of his 27th floor office.
I was shaking literally. But But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
You had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing. I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door.
Oh, then he said, you did it more.
I did a lot of homework on you this
He
lady.
said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with JayZ, you've met Beyonce.
Rihanna tried to laugh at all, but her laughter was clearly forced. At just 16, she found herself in an unfamiliar country, knowing no one. With her family over 2,700 miles away in Barbados, she was completely at JayZ's mercy. So Rihanna agreed to sign the 6-album contract, effectively tying her to Def Jam for a long time. To make things even shadier, JayZ had Rihanna sign that contract right then and there, so she didn't even get her own lawyer to review it. Everybody knows you've got to have your lawyer look over the paperwork to cover your own butt. No wonder Rihanna was hustling to break free from that deal. Sis dropped 8 albums back to back, then went radio silent for 8 years. Can you blame her? It's a shady situation that anybody would have been dying to get out of. Now, Jaguar dropped the bomb that JayZ slid Rihanna's dad $500,000. And get this, Rihanna ain't the only one who caught the smoke. Jaguar Wright spilled that she's also one of JayZ's victims. While she was singing backup, she said JayZ straight up put his hands on her, leaving her roughed up. But wait, there's more, because she even showed off scars from when he allegedly came at her with a box cutter.
And I told you what I would. And I'm going to keep my word. You're going to pay me in full. I got your boy Diddy by the nuts. How long you think before I'll have yours right here in mine?
Jaguar swears JayZ was trying to low-key take her out, and I can't even blame her for thinking that. I mean, coming at someone with a box cutter. That's some really dirty, premeditated mess right there. But hold up, it gets juicier. Jaguar says she's sitting on some old footage of JayZ acting a fool, putting hands on folks and scaring them into silence by bragging about his past deeds. She also claimed that she was ready to drop these receipts and bring JayZ down for good. And I guess what really broke the camel's back was when Jaguar went on another podcast and dropped some crazy allegations. She went on Armin Wiggins' podcast and claimed to have personally witnessed a whole tape of Megan eating out Nicki. And honey, we all know all these labels and corporations don't play around with their artists. Just a few days later, Jaguar got arrested on some charges of stealing. According to her booking details, she was arrested for theft of property worth more or equal to $30,000 but less than $150,000. But Jaguar is calling BS on this, claiming that she is being persecuted by the elites who allegedly have the law in their pocket. She's claiming that they are trying to get her thrown into a mental hospital on some bogus charges so that they can pull a Jeffrey Epstein on her and unalive her before she gets the chance to expose them or drop the evidence she has on them. Fans commented, "Poor Jaguar, they keep trying to silence her and I believe a lot of what she says. How many times has she got locked up? They aren't slick." She said they be getting her arrested on everything and anything to keep her silent. I'm starting to believe a bit. And every time Jaguar tells about the people in the industry, months or weeks later, the industry reacts to her truths. Keep letting that go over your head if you want, but it's in plain sight. And don't at me, I said what I said. Yeah, y'all, it looks like they are coming for Jaguar and coming for her where it hurts. But I want to hear what y'all think about this in the comments. And then check out this next video.